Gabe, I know you always kind of play your game regardless of what the situation is, but stepping in for Austin, is there anything that you think about in particular when you're out there with that group?
Just trying to be ready to play, make a little more. I think just depending on how the game was going. If Brian and Luka are on the court at the same time, if I need to touch the paint and spray, stuff like that. But for the most part, it was the game with more minutes for me.
What have you seen from Dalton? Not just tonight, but the last game and kind of getting going. And tonight, obviously, it's some key shots.
Yeah, I mean, it's been small things for me with Dalton that he's been improving on a lot. Whether it's talking on defense or the switches. I think he's improved immensely in the last 5 to 10 games in those. And it's great to see him get hot and get out there and get the rhythm shooting from three like we know he can. So it's great to see him have some growth. It's great to see him get rewarded with a good offensive game amidst the growth.
And then JJ was talking about the coverages the teams play against Luka, and now they're rarely going to go into drop. How do you kind of feel like you guys are evolving when teams are either blitzing him or switching everything, and what are some keys?
Yeah, I mean, he creates a lot of problems. I think Braun alone creates a lot of issues. You add Luka to the mix, and the way he can really shoot the ball and pick apart defenses, we're kind of just reading and reacting. Teams are going to try to throw different things at him, whether it's a blitz or definitely not a drop. So we're just trying to stay ready to make our adjustments.
Does the nature of which you guys won these games against these top teams, a lot of it's been more on the defensive side, does that provide optimism for what it'll look like when you guys do have that synergy offensively rolling and everyone's, rolling in that sense?
Yeah, I mean, late in the year, you have to win some games in the mud. And I think we've had some stretches here now to be able to test our grit, test our willingness to fight through a lot. And I think we've been doing that at a high level. So proud of the fight this group's been doing. We just need to keep it up.
Maybe fight is the answer, but Mike just mentioned the word evolving. Is there like a way you describe your guys' identity through this? Well, I think you won 16 out of the last 19. What's the consistency, even as guys been out of lineup, you have trades and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're playing very hard. We're playing unselfish, and I think everyone's kind of starting to understand their assignment. I think we all know what we're looking for when we step out there on the court. That simplicity brings clarity, and it allows us to go out there and just play hard. So it's been working so far. We just got to keep it rolling.
Gabe, have you ever been on the court as a Luka opponent when he's like kind of gone? JJ called it a blackout, where you just sort of screaming at everybody or somebody in particular. Have you ever been on the court for that as an opponent?
Probably, but I think as an opponent, I was so locked in on trying the next play that I wasn't watching him say whatever he says after he makes his 4th or 5th step back three.
What's it like as a teammate to see him kind of go to that place and I guess when you've got a player play with that kind of passion, what does that mean for your team?
I mean, we feed off of it. We feed off it for sure. I mean, you got a guy in your corner that's going Super Saiyan, for lack of a better word, and making great plays, hitting shots. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It can give us a lot of life, and we've been creating a lot of energy on the defensive side, and when he gets hot offensively, we feel like we can't be stopped in that regard.
Hey Gabe, back here.
Yeah.
And I know you've been talking about the team defense a lot lately. It's now 7 straight games where you guys have allowed 102 points or less. So what can you say about the group effort on that end of the floor? That's almost unheard of, it feels like, in today's NBA to give up 102 points or less for 7 straight games.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. The coach has been coming up with great game plans, but we've been executing them, and guys have been flying around. There's times where we're putting a small, quote-unquote, small lineup out there, and that makes us a little faster, but, we have to work a little harder. We got to box down the boards. We got to crash, and, Brian and Luke have been rebounding the ball at a high clip when we do go small. So it's been great for us, but like I said, we're just competing at a high level right now. We're playing together.
Hi, Gabe. First off, congratulations on being elected Vice President of the NBPA.
Thank
you. Can you talk about the resources that the NBPA bring to the players with revolving around player development as well as some goals that you have?
Yeah, I mean, I think the NBPA has done a great job supplying a number of resources for current players and former players as well. So just trying to make sure that guys understand the resources that are available to them, to know what they have access to, what they don't have access to, and to kind of understand what they do want access to see if we can get our way and get our foot in the door in that regard. Some of the things I'll change, I'll probably save that for another day. I don't want to get fined. So, but But this game's continue to grow, and my whole thing is just want to leave the game in a better place. This just seems my best way to do it, or just another way I could do it. I'm just excited to have my mark on it.
Last one.
Gabe, the transition defense was a huge talking point early in the season. You guys have been one of the better teams in that regard over the past 22 or so games. What does it say about the team that you guys are able to make that flip or flip that switch the way you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, we've been trending the right way, and I think about the right time of the year to be doing so. And I wouldn't say we're playing our best basketball, but we're getting there. There's still some things we can clean up and get better on. And transition defense was atrocious at the beginning of the year, and I think that has helped us defensively to get back. And we get 5 people set. We're a pretty hard team to score on.
Thank you, Gabe.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.